Question number 13. On which of the following integrals is the function given by is going to be decreasing? So, in the function enga decreasing nu kekranga. So, I have f of x equals x to the 100 plus sin x minus 1. So, I have f dash of x equals 100 x to the 99 plus sin order derivative is going to be cos x. Okay. So, we have to look for which interval it is going to be. It is going to satisfy the condition. Ipo 0 to 1. Okay. So, for example, I am taking the value 0 to 1. So, when I draw the cos function, ipo f dash of x f dash of x is going to be, when I substitute any value between 0 and 1, it's going to be a positive value. So, 100 times any positive value is going to give me a positive value. And this cos function so I'm going to draw a cos function for you. So, I have pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2. The value here is 1. The value here is minus 1. We are talking about 0 to 1. If 0 to 1, pi oda value is 22 by 7 times 2, which is going to be 22 by 14. What is it going to be? 22, 1 times 14. So, this when I cancel, 12 minus is going to be 8, 0. This when I do, I have 6 times, 6 4s are 24, so 5 times, 1.5. So, basically, pi by 2 is around 1.5. If 0 to 1, the value is going to be from here to here. So, this is going to be my 1 value. Now, in the cos oda value, I see that the cos oda graph is going to be something like this, and the values are all going to be positive from 0 to 1. So, the cos function is also going to be positive. So, 2 positive values, overall positive. So, f dash of x is greater than 0, which means it is an increasing function. Okay, so this is not what we are looking for. In that decreasing kekranga, so this is not what we are looking for. Okay, now second subsection. This is my first subsection. Now, second subsection, pi by 2 to pi. Okay, in this interval, how does my cos function look like? Let me draw the cos function. Pi by 2, pi la minus 1, 3 pi by 2 is going to be 0. Then again 2 pi, it becomes 1 again. Pi by 2 to pi, how does my function look? It is going to be all negative. Okay, it is going to be all negative values. Here 100 times x to the 99 is going to be positive. Cos is going to be negative. But in that sign it is going to be positive. You know that the value here is going to be something 100 times x to the 99. It is going to be around some 100. Here the cos x value is from 0 to 1. It will not exceed that. So cos x is between 0 and 1. So when I do minus 1, in that plus of minus 1 it is going to be 99, which is greater than 0. So which means f dash of x is greater than 0, and hence it's an increasing function. Correct? Because the value here is going to be very huge than cos x. So cos x in that negative the addition of them is going to be again positive. Okay, so this is not the integral that we are looking for. So from 0 to pi by 2. So fourth option. Now we are going to talk about 0 to pi divided by 2, option 3. So 0 to pi by 2, again I see that the value is all going to be in the upper half, which is going to be positive. So 100 times x to the 99 plus cos x. This is going to be a positive value. This is going to be a positive value. In between I have a positive. So overall it is going to be positive. F dash of x is greater than 0, which means the function is increasing. So this is also not the right option. This is going to be none of these. But it is not the right option. So that you have to solve it this way. Okay. So cos function negative vandalume, the 100 to the power 100 times x to the power 99 is a much larger function. So cos negative vandalume, the addition is going to be positive overall. So the function is always increasing, it is never decreasing. Okay. Question number 14. So for what values of a, the function f given by this is going to be increasing on 1, 2. Interval kudutanga, increasing kudutanga, you have to find the value of a. Okay. So how do you do this? So first, I'll find my derivative, which is going to be f of x and first. I have f of x is going to be x square plus ax plus 1. F dash of x is going to be 2x plus a. I know that f dash of x has to be greater than 0 because it is an increasing function. So from this I know that 2x plus a is going to be greater than 0. So this is one thing that I have. Okay. So the x value goes between 1 and 2. Okay. And it is going to be equal to closed interval it's going to be equal to. So when I want this, I'm going to multiply the whole inequality by 2. So the inequality does not change. So I have 2 less than or equal to 2x less than or equal to 4. Now I need to add plus a on both the sides. So I have 2 plus a less than or equal to 2x plus a less than or equal to 4 plus a. Okay, so this is what I have. Now, when I equate the two, I see that in the இடத்துல 2x plus a greater than 0, which means 2x plus a is greater than something. So I can equate these two. Correct? In the இடத்துல இந்த 0 in the 2 plus a equate பண்ணலாமா? So when I equate, I see that 2 plus a equals 0. So a equals minus 2. So we are talking about the values where a is greater than minus 2. இப்போ இதுக்கு substitute பண்ணா என்ன கிடைக்கும்? I have a plus 4 equals 0. A is greater than minus 4. So if the value is greater than minus 2, it is automatically greater than minus 4. So what is my minimum value? Minimum value is going to be a greater than minus 2. Okay, so this is my final answer. The least value is going to be a equals minus 2. So basically, which means a is greater than minus 2. Minus 2 lende ella values may, which means you are going to go above. So it is going to be minus 2, minus 1, minus 0, 1, 2 and all that. But we are equating it to 2 plus a because in the இடத்துல 2x plus a greater than. 2x plus a greater than symbol inge da irukku. Okay, and least value is going to be everything after minus 2. So it is going to be minus 2 is the least value. Okay, please copy. Question number 15. Let I be an interval disjoint from minus 1 and 1. So, ஒரு interval இருக்கு, அதுல minus 1, 1 இல்ல, which means, what are we talking about? Our interval is going to be, so, இப்போ மொத்தமா minus infinity to infinity இருக்கு, disjoint from minus 1 to 1 na, we do not have minus 1 and 1. So, how does my number line look? Minus infinity, infinity, minus 1, 1. In the particular interval எனக்கு வேண்டாம். So which one do I want? I only want this interval and I only want this interval. So what are the intervals that we are talking about? Minus infinity to minus 1 and 1 to infinity. So this is the interval that we are talking about. Okay. Prove that the function given by this is increasing on I. In the particular intervals the function is increasing nu prove பண்ண சொல்றாங்க. So I have f of x equals x plus 1 by x, which is going to be x plus x to the minus 1. So if f dash of x panna, I'll have 1 plus I'll have the minus 1 x to the minus 2. This is going to be 1 minus 1 by x square. This is my f dash of x. Okay, so now in the intervals, I have minus infinity to minus 1 and 1 to infinity. And the function is going to be 1 minus 1 by x square. I need to check whether it is increasing. In the increasing ne prove panna solran. So when I take the value, I can take the value 0, 0 vanda, denominator la irukradnala, I'll take the value minus 2 for example. So denominator la enna irukku, square term irukku. So whatever square I do, it is going to be positive. So when I substitute the value of minus 2, I have minus 1 divided by 4. When I take the LCM, it is going to be a positive value. So it is greater than 0, increasing. அதே மாதிரி இந்த இடத்துல இப்ப value 2 substitute பண்றேன்னு வெச்சுக்கோங்க. I have 1 minus 1 divided by 4 again. This is also going to be positive. So it is going to be greater than 0, increasing. Since this is x square, என்ன value போட்டாலுமே it is going to be increasing. Correct? So I proved that f is increasing in the disjoint set. அதனால நம்மளோட interval என்ன? Increasing in minus infinity minus 1 and 1 to infinity. Okay, please copy. Question number 16. Prove that the function f of x equals log sin x is increasing on 0 pi by 2, decreasing on pi by 2 to pi. This prove panna solran. So I have f of x equals log of sin x. F dash of x equals log sin x is going to be 1 divided by sin x, and differentiation of that is going to be cos x, and we are talking about cot x here. Okay. So illa cos x by sin x ne vechupom. Cos x by sin x. So how does my graph look like? Cos and sin. I'll draw it here. So I have pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. Pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. இந்த மாதிரி examல போட்டுக்கோங்க, அப்பதான் வரும். Okay. Minus 1. And my cos function looks something like this. Cos 0, 1, cos pi by 2, cos pi is minus 1, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. Sin it is going to be 0, pi by 2, pi again it comes down, 3 pi by 2 is minus 1, 2 pi again it goes like that. So this is going to be cos x and this is going to be sin x. Okay, maybe I'll draw this graph properly. So this is going to be 1 pi by 2, pi by 2 length pi varum, again 3 pi, again it goes up to 2 pi. Okay, something like this. So இப்போ cos function 0 to pi by 2. So 0 to pi by 2. How does my numerator look? Numerator la the values are all going to be positive. 0 to pi by 2. So all these are positive values. And sin ku 0 to pi by 2. Again these are all going to be positive values. So overall it's positive. So it is an increasing function. So pi by 2 to pi. இப்போ pi by 2 to pi எப்படி இருக்கு? I see that the value is all negative here for cos function, and sin function, it is going to be positive. It is in the upper half. So cos it is negative, by sin it is positive, but overall it is going to be less than 0, and hence it's a decreasing function. So I see that from 0 to pi by 2, the function is increasing. That is what they want, right? The function is increasing, and pi by 2 to pi, f is decreasing. Okay, strictly increasing and strictly decreasing. Okay, please copy. Question number 16. Pona question mariye, I have to prove log mod cos x. Okay, so this is going to be log mod cos x is going to be f dash of x is 1 by cos x, d by dx of cos x is going to be minus sin x. So in total I have minus sin x divided by cos x. Again I am going to draw the graph from the previous question. So I have this. So when I solve this, இப்போ என்னென்ன interval பார்க்கணும், 0 to pi by 2. So 0 to pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi. Two different intervals. 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi. Denominatorலையும் numeratorலையும் என்னென்ன இருக்குன்னு check பண்ண போறேன். So 0 to pi by 2 cos function. How does it look? Cos function is going to be all positive. Cos is in the denominator. So cos function is all positive. I already have a minus. And the minus na வெளியில எழுதிக்கிறேன். And how does my sin function look? It is going to be all positive. So this is going to be positive by positive, but I have a minus sign here. So this is going to be negative, which is less than 0. So it is going to be a decreasing function. Okay. அதே மாதிரி 3 pi by 2 to pi by 2 and 2 pi. So 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi cos is going to be a positive function. So it is going to be positive. Sin எப்படி இருக்கு? 3 pi by 2 to pi. So it is going to be negative. Negative. Overall, I have a minus here. So this is going to be positive, greater than 0, and hence increasing. So 0 to pi by 2, it is decreasing. So I have 0 to pi by 2, f is decreasing, and 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi, f is increasing. Okay, இந்த மாதிரி graph போட்டுட்டாலே நமக்கு சிம்பிளா புரிஞ்சிரும். Example 18. Prove that the function, exercise 18. Prove that the function given by this is increasing in r. Okay, in all values. r na அர்த்தம் minus infinity ல இருந்து infinity வரைக்கும் it is going to be increasing. So இது நம்ம first question இந்த மாதிரி தான் போட்டோம். So exact same thing. I have x cube minus 3x square plus 3x minus 100. So f dash of x is going to be 3x square minus 6x plus 3 plus 0. When I take 3 common, x square minus 2x plus 1. I want this product to be 1 and the sum to be minus 2. So minus 1 minus 1. So this can be written as x square minus x plus 1. 3 times x common adutha x minus 1. Inge x minus 1 minus 1. I have 3 times x minus 1 into x minus 1, which is going to be 3 into x minus 1 the whole square. This term is positive. And x minus 1 whole square is going to be a square term. So, enna ulla negative number vandalum square panna it is going to be positive. So, overall it is going to be a positive value greater than 0, and hence it's an increasing function. Okay. So, this is very simple. Please copy. Question number 19. The interval in which y equals x square e to the minus x is increasing is going to be. So, in the question kuduthirukkan idu enga increasing nu kekran. So, I have f of x equals x square e to the minus x. When I differentiate, I have in the product rule podno. So I have u v dash plus v u dash. Okay, in the form pota x square d by dx of e to the minus x plus e to the minus x d by dx of x square. When I solve this, I have x square times e to the minus x with a minus sign plus e to the minus x times 2x. When I take e to the minus x common, I'll have x common aduthalam. So I have e to the minus x common adutha, I have 2 minus x. Okay. So this when I equate to 0, f dash of x is 0 ki equate panna, I have x equals 2. So what is my interval going to be? From here to here, minus infinity to infinity. In between I have a 2. So what are my intervals going to be? Minus infinity to 2 and 2 to infinity. And how does my function look? E to the minus x times x, 2 minus x. So when I substitute some value that is in between this, let me substitute 0. So 0 substitute panna idu 0 aidum venda. So I'll substitute 1. Okay. So when I do that, I have e to the power minus 1 times 1 minus 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1. So I'm going to have a positive term. 1 by e is going to be positive. times 1 is also positive, this is also positive. So in total, I'm going to have a positive value. F dash of x is greater than 0, which means it's increasing. If 2 to infinity, I'm going to put the value 3. So I have e to the minus 3 times 2 minus 3. So 2 minus 3 is going to be positive, but this is negative. So overall, it's going to be negative, less than 0, and hence it's decreasing. So question la enna ketirukkan, where is it increasing kekran. So increasing na endha interval it is going to be minus infinity to 2, f is increasing. Okay, so it is not going to be option A, it is not going to be option B, it is not going to be option C, so it is going to be option D. And minus infinity to 2 na, we are also talking about e, the function e has to be greater than 0. And power irukliya, so it is going to be 0 to 2. So understand this better. This is basically going to be x times 2 minus x divided by e to the x. Correct? The denominator should be greater than 0. So e to the x is going to be greater than 0. So another value of x also should be greater than 0, which means we are talking about the interval from 0 to 2. Okay? Please copy. Our next topic is going to be slope of a tangent and normal, but idu vandu nammaloda syllabus la kadayadu from 2023. So I am not going to teach all the sums, but you have to know some basic concepts. So in that enna irukku, y equals mx plus c is going to be the equation of a line, and this m is going to be the slope of the tangent. I have written down everything. M is called the slope of the tangent, and the slope is given by f dash of x, okay, which is going to be dy by dx. Ivlo nara derivatives paathomla, so f dash of x, the first derivative, is going to be the slope, which is m, and slope of the normal is going to be minus of the 1 divided by slope of tangent. If slope of tangent f dash of x na, slope of normal is going to be minus 1 divided by f dash of x. Okay, and equation of tangent enna irukku podhu, y equals mx plus c. So y equals m ku badala f dash of x times x plus c. Equation of normal is going to be, normally நம்ம ஒரு equation எழுதுவோம்ல, y minus y naught equals slope times, which is going to be slope of normal is minus 1 by f dash of x times x minus x naught. So this is my equation of a normal. Okay, இப்போ இன்னொரு முக்கியமான விஷயம் என்னன்னா, slope of a tangent is 0, which means tan theta equals 0. Tan theta தான slope. If this is the line, the slope is going to be is given by tan theta or f dash of x or m. இந்த மாதிரி different forms ல denote பண்றோம். So slope of the tangent is going to be 0 na, we are talking about tan theta, which is going to be 0. So 0 na enna artham, if you have a curve like this, the line is going to be parallel to the x-axis. The tangent is going to be parallel to the x-axis if the slope is 0. So the equation of tangent is going to be y equals y naught. Okay, if the line is parallel to the x-axis, it means that y equals y naught. If the line is parallel to the y-axis, x equals x naught. அது எந்த கேஸ்ல வரும்? When the slope of the tangent is pi by 2, it is going to be perpendicular to the x-axis. இப்போ இந்த line you see, it is going to be perpendicular to the x-axis. So tan theta is infinity, which means the tangent is parallel to the y-axis. So the equation of the tangent becomes x equals x naught. Okay, so in the இதெல்லாம் புரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க. You do not have it for the exam for your 12th boards, but you have to know this. Okay, with this we are done with this topic. Let's move on to the last and final topic. Bye.